There I am. Forgot to push the button. Hope everybody's having a good day today. And yeah, there I am. Yeah, it's Monday. Had a good weekend. Thanks to Mike. Had a great swap meet. Thanks for everybody that came out. Thanks for everybody that brought stuff and bought stuff. Seemed to be pretty successful. So yeah, thanks for everybody. Like I said, shout out to Mike for putting it together and running it. Uh, what 40K tournament coming up this weekend? Yeah. Interesting. We're I think into the fall school mode. Interesting. Fridays are kind of the slow right now. We don't do Friday Night Magic um, on a regular basis. Our big Magic night has been Thursday, so Friday right now has become kind of the slow uh, nights. Saturdays packed. Um, and then during the week, kind of hit and miss. Wednesday, Thursday's been good. Tuesday's been good. Still got BattleTech going on. So yeah, it's even though it's seems to be always the same. It's always different. Every season, a little different. Makes it interesting. Kind of on that note, the prices are going up. Games Workshop, I guess, announced their price hike. I'm seeing Ozma Day. That's where I get a lot of board games and card sleeves and stuff like that. On the game Genix, which is the sleeves and deck boxes, all gone up. Not much, a little bit, probably maybe 4 or 5%. Kind of seeing that across the board. It's interesting. Some people like Games Workshop are very transparent, giving you heads up. You know, go buy it now. Other companies, just see it. I mean, that's kind of the Games Workshop. I mean, Game Genic stuff. Got to pay attention to my invoices again and double, triple check everything, especially if it's restock because prices that are going up pretty much across the board with stuff. I know the Reaper paint went up, what, 20 cents or something on the last order. Stuff from outside the U.S. still hit and miss. They're trying to figure out how to charge all the fees, tariffs, all that stuff. They'll work it out. I should be getting. I think I mentioned Moonstone. Should be getting that hopefully by the end of the week, maybe Monday. Got to check today. I got a bunch of pending orders out there. And it seems not only price has gone up, but shipping is a little slower. Still UPS and people who use UPS Southern coming out of Nashville, still right on time. Post office, uh, uh, losing my packages or not just tracking them. I had one package that looked like I lost. It did get delivered. Had a package that is still out there in the never land of the post office. Probably from what I don't know. It didn't get scanned when after I had dropped it off. So it's probably sitting in some dusty corner because they don't know what to do it because it didn't get scanned. But yeah, shipping and part of it, it's not just tariffs. I mean, that is stuff coming from overseas, but the prices of stuff continues to go up, including shipping. Anyway, had a great Moonstone game Wednesday with Josh Wood. He pretty much was winning the whole game. I was threatening some, but definitely he got the advantage right out of the gate. but I almost pulled off the win. In fact, I think it was the last combat, last draw, and I think Josh thought I had beat him, but no, I had no cards in my hand which I could damage him with. I was going. I didn't even care if both our characters models killed each other. We'd done that before in the game. We had mutual destruction a couple times, and that's what I like about Moonstone. You got to be careful who and when you do attack because it can come right back at you. But yeah, great game. Yeah, I almost beat him, and if I would have pulled it off, I would have won one Moonstone to 0, which uh, that's how brutal the game was. He ended up winning what 3-1, so 2-1, yeah 2-1, yeah 2-1. Because I could have tied it up at the end, but I said nope. I'm going no ties, going for the win. No guts, no glory. Um, Shout out to Todd. Todd's birthday. I think some of the guys are going to come up. Maybe play some Zombie Side. My understanding. Also got Chris and Jason back this afternoon for some Moonstone, so I may try to get in a couple games. Don't think I've got anything coming in. Did most of my orders, like I said yesterday, over the weekend. So I might play a couple games today. Trying really hard to play a few more games. First games I really like Moonstone, but getting into some board games and other stuff. So I just gotta do better. Marcher is starting to get some tractions. I've got printer, resin printing full time. Mike's finishing up some Japanese. Todd's doing some Americans and just trying to print up some stock. Joe Devlin is wanting to get some Holy Roman Empire stuff. Got me a list, so probably I should get Mike's stuff done hopefully today, tomorrow. And then I'll do Joe's tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So infantry prints fast. Some of the big stuff takes multiple plates. A little slow because it's big. So you're looking at that stuff, multiple prints, 5 hours of print. So I'm lucky to get on the big stuff 2 prints in on a day. And some of that stuff's big. I can't even get multiple stuff. So we'll see. I'm still learning on the resin printing stuff. So what else we got going? I mentioned Marcher, Moonstone, my 2 games right now. Paint, Turbo Dork. Like I mentioned, I got some Turbo Dork. It's doing well. With that, I just got a small selection, but I can also do orders and may order just some other paint people have kind of looked at. Monuments still flying off the rack. I do Reaper. I need to do order sooner than later with that. The Games Workshop, I'm ordering paint. Yeah, a little bit right now. Every week, I had the big chaos. Partly my fault. I am going to blame Games Workshop if they had a bit better system. But yeah, I doubled ordered a bunch of paints last month, so some of that stuff I won't need for a while. But yeah, it's since I'm doing little rants. Yeah, once again, Games Workshop, the order system for being the big boy in the street, it's horrible. Did have a couple discussions over the weekend about Games Workshop. Yeah, it's still the big boy on the block. I think they're with the next price increase. I think people still buy it. I think some of the bigger stuff, bigger pieces, bigger boxes. You may see people starting to hesitate a little bit when you start getting up prices for like Unibox is 80, $100, and then yeah, from what I've seen, and I don't have the exact prices with me, but it looks like a lot of their higher end, like their individual character stuff, probably aren't going to see that much because they're already a premium product. Is what you will see go up is their unit prices. I don't think their paints are going up. Um, and once again, probably a little bit on their big boxes, which run about $200. So, yep, the cost of everything. And as I was talking about, the cost, my costs are going up. That I'm seeing, anywhere from 2 to 10% increase on stuff. So, I mean, it is what it is, and it's like everything else. Go to the grocery store. While the prices haven't continued to climb, they're not dropping drastically. Once again, you might see one or two items that kind of level off and maybe go down, but I think all the price increases, yeah, they're going to be here to stay. So, and I'm going to have to be just like everybody else, better, a little better steward, a little better on managing stuff. Definitely what I'm bringing into the store. It's a challenge for everybody. What else? What else? What else? I've been Lords of War. I mentioned them multiple times in videos. Watched a couple of videos this weekend. Uh, Interesting stuff. I like to watch them from, once again, be a retailer, and that's where their view is. This interesting discussions. Um, I think they're spot on with most stuff. Like I said, every store is going to be a little unique, but I think big picture they've got it. They got it right. It's interesting. One of those was about opening a store. I've had a couple people ask me in-depth questions, kind of just on the side and stuff about opening a store. There is money to be made. You can make money, but once again, I talk about the rising prices. Is when everything's good right now, people spend money on hobbies. My only concern is people get invested and kind of looking at more on the card side a little bit. Um, cards are crazy. Pokemon, all of it. You can't get it, and when you can, it sells quick and at a really good price. But at some point, once again, because those prices are creeping up too, when's everybody going to reach their limit? And there is one. Um, I'm old enough to remember 95, 94 when the card market was crazy. In fact, back then, yeah, it didn't cost a lot. So even relative to other stuff back then, they didn't cost much. So people bought a lot. But yeah, I had a little discussion with Eli on that, about cards. And this Lords of War brought this up several times. You sell, you invest, this throw a number, $3,000 in magic cards. Okay. Hopefully you get that return back pretty fast. But the problem with cards, you're having to invest that all in lump sum. You hoping that set or that is good and you can get a turn on it fairly quickly. And you can make some good money. Problem is it becomes really money management, because let's say that lasts for a month. Well, what are you going to do that next month? And I don't do singles. It will extend a little bit if you do singles, but even then, the market is there. Then it's up, then it's down, it kind of levels off. And you know, the stores that say have 100, 150 Magic players, not as impactful. But when you only got 30, 40 Magic players, I think it is a concern because you make all this money in 2 or 3 weeks. It carries you over for a couple weeks. But then once again, I can just talking, why do you do that next month? You know, once again, to say packs cost $5, you need, once again, pick up just a crazy number, 5,000, and for this your basic get by number for a shop. I mean, how many packs is that? $5 packs is that? And once again, that's not counting the cost of that pack. So you have to sell a lot of cards, which once again can be done. And I go to the flip side. I mentioned the Games Workshop $200 boxes. How many $200 boxes do you have to sell? And Games Workshop, good or bad, is pumping out new releases every week. So it's just not once every 2 months, it's every week. So some weeks, there's not that much interest in that product, or there may not be that many things that are coming out that are even in demand from Games Workshop. But normally, there's always something. So you're always with Games Workshop, I said, good or bad, is there's always a fresh product out there. There's always people going to tournaments, figuring out a new list for something, and that list becomes popular, so people need that stuff. It's kind of self-generating, but continuous. Where cards are kind of a flash in the pants, you got to manage that money you make because you can make good money, but it doesn't last. And this is where I think, talking about a store, I'm kind of speaking for myself, it's good to have both. Games Works, that steady income, it pays the bills, everything else. And then you turn around and use Magic is where you can make some money, turn that money that you do make into more stuff, more Magic, other games that may not be as turn as quick as a Games Workshop stuff. So it's interesting, and I think for my type of shop, and I go back to Lord of War, that feeling we're kind of similar. Like I said, we're definitely heavier on Games Workshop miniatures. Board games are still, and once again, you throw the board games in there, kind of in the middle, and they kind of balance out. I think the cards and the miniatures. Challenge with all of this is staying on top of it. The new releases. You need the new releases. Then how much do you buy? It's a board game. Do I buy one? Do I buy a case? Do I buy the expansions? Yeah. So it's always it's like playing a game itself. No, it is a challenge looking out. I'm doing better about looking out to the future. It's so easy to get focused on today or this week, and I'm having to look at now, and I'm doing better. Christmas and that time period, because once again, you got to look at releases before now on Christmas. Get those ordered, because if you wait, you may not get it. So, what's going to be hot for Christmas? That's what I spent this weekend looking and trying to figure that out. So, anyway, well, like I said, that kind of my random thoughts from last night, yesterday. on what's going on. If you do have any suggestions for special board games that are coming up between now and Christmas, please let me know. If there's a new board game that you really like, let me know. Once again, it's that's probably the hardest to stay on top of. Magic, they pump it in your face. Everybody talks about it. Games Workshop, every week, people talk about it. There's tons of videos about new releases and stuff. Board games is kind of uh, not that much. So, yeah. Um, and yeah, help me out. Give me feedback. I'm always open. A lot of times my first answer is no, but I do listen. I will go back and look, and there's been several things I've gone back and picked up because it looks good, looks interesting. But anyway, well, I've rambled. I've got prints going. I need to go check, and yeah, everybody have a good week, and we'll talk to you again next time. And I can't find. Oh, lost no one else. There it is. Ciao.